The seminar is on Jhumpa Lahiri, and we will be reading all of her works. And one of the central things I hope that we will be discussing is the issue of South Asian migration, particularly for both first generation and second generation into the United States. And so what does it mean to find another home, the stake and the states of the immigrant experience for South Asians, and particularly the second generation. They're growing up here, their identities as being American, yet at the same time they have other identities. And how do they go back and forth and negotiate these identities and the cultures? Parents are from India, particularly from Calcutta, where I'm from. I grew up there until I was 18 years old before I came to the United States. So I do see in a quite a bit of a writing, I think echoes and resonance of my own experience or other South Asian first generation families that I do know, or second generation, because I think I'm kind of more of a hybrid, where when you come to this country that young, I'm first generation, but I'm also second generation in many ways. So yeah, definitely there is a very selfish reason I'm very drawn to her, because I hate to really use the word very authentic, because what is a really an authentic experience, but in terms of how Lahiri represents, I think, the emotionality of those authentic experiences, I find that more often than not kind of ringing a bell somewhere. I'm like, yeah, right on. The Delve seminar is actually a seminar that is organized through the literary arts in Portland. The seminar has been around for a long time, and what they essentially do is you can propose any class that you would like to teach, preferably on a particular author or a topic. And the Delve program, then they don't really recruit people, really it's for the citizens of Portland and Oregon, essentially, if they can make it up to downtown Portland to take these classes. So the classes are generally led by an experienced scholar. They're not really a class in the sense that I'm really not teaching or giving lectures, or nobody's going to have to write any papers. They are essentially, really bringing in some expertise, facilitating discussions. My goal has really been to diversify, not only things within Linfield, but because I live in Portland, that is my sort of the community where I live, I have been thinking about what can I do to contribute in terms of diversifying some of their literary programs. And I noticed that when I've been noticing what they offer through the Delve, I noticed that most of it is, not always, but quite a bit canonical in terms of major writers. So I, had a conversation with the director of Delve last year, Andrew Proctor, and I said, how would you feel about diversifying a little bit about your Delve lectures? And so when they said, sure, who would you like to teach? And I said, Jhumpa Lahiri, and let's try it out, So they were very open to this. And I was thrilled when I was in India at the time, this December, visiting my family, when the coordinator for the Delve program, Jennifer Gurney, emailed me and said, well, your class is not until April, but it's sold out. So that was a great, at least a first confirmation or affirmation that, that people are interested. So one of the things I want to bring back to Linfield is, after I have been exposed to a whole different demographics, older, more maybe matured readers, is to come back and also be able to share that with the students, or insights that they would bring up. And I'm sure some of the participants are also older than me, and I think there is a life experience in many ways. They may have gone through a time period in their lives in America when, they may have neighbors who are South Asian, or may have, now they may have sons and daughters who may be married to one of them. Oftentimes the reason why they want to take these classes like these, to get a little bit more sense of what that experience may have been like, to maybe understand somebody, a loved one in the family now they have.